Hey, what's going on, guys? Here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Delivered yesterday afternoon, and it was a 1,000-mile direct, and I had to drive pretty sleepy. I'm gonna get into that and a little bit more. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about sleeping and tired and taking runs, not taking runs, that type of thing. But first, I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like it, share it with your friends, whoever, and click onto that bell, and you will get the videos as I upload these videos. And I want to personally thank you for subscribing. I'm strictly out here trying to help new expediters or people that are thinking about getting into this industry, and give it to you by giving it to you from a new expediter's experience. I'm not in here, I'm not teaching you what to do. I'm still learning as you're learning, and I'm just giving you my personal experiences of what I'm facing. I've been out here about 7 months now, since last July. Well, actually, it's been longer. It's been like about 8 months now. I started out in expediting and worked from June all the way till January. And then I took off like 2 months, and I just got back out here about 10 days now, and so I'm gonna get into this video is gonna be getting into driving sleepy and that type of thing. So let's get into it. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, I want to talk to you about sleeping, taking runs, taking loads. See, me personally, when I first came out, when I first came back out, I was ready to run. I was ready to get it, man. Sorry, I'm trying to get my phone. Okay. Yeah, I was ready to get it, man. I was ready to go. And then if you've been following me, you see that I was getting dry runs, man. I was like, come on, man. I'm ready for a load. I'm ready to get on to make some money. And so when I finally did get a load, it was a local. It was only like 300 miles. It was a shorty, and I got 2 shorties, and then I got to sleep through the night, and then I got another load, and it was a direct run, and I had only. Well, I went to sleep, slept 3 hours, and that's when I got that second shorty, and I dropped it off at 5, and they called and they're like, hey, can you do a direct 1,000 miles? And at the time I felt good, I felt like, okay, cool, man. I was like, yeah, let's get it. And then they haven't even really gotten the load. They were trying to get it or whatever, and so I said, yeah, man, let's do it. And And then they finally get it. Like a half hour later, they call me back, and they're like, it was like 1,000. It was 1,000 miles. But I had to go 160 some miles for the deadhead to get it. So I had to drive almost 3 hours to get it. And then I finally got it. And and then once I got it, it was like 870 miles. And I thought I could do it. And usually when you get a direct run, there's like 3 or 4 hours of time in there you can catch yourself a nap. Well, this wasn't. It was like so tight, man. It was so tight. It was like an hour. I had an hour and a half of me time of, eating, feeling for fuel, and sleep. And so I was like, man, when I finally got the load and I put it in my GPS and seen that, man, this is gonna be a tight. I said, how am I gonna drive all night? Because I picked it up. At night. I think it was like 9-10 o'clock. I got it 10-11 o'clock. It was late, and when I put in GPS, it said I wouldn't be at the drop until like 3 o'clock the next day. And I was like, man, that means I gotta drive all night long. I can't even take a nap. I ended up pulling over like 3:30, 4 o'clock and got me like a 45-minute hour nap in, and I didn't even get the whole nap. And my alarm was set for it was like an hour and 15 minutes. And they called before I even, the shipper or whatever, the customer was calling, want to know why I'm stopped. So I'm like, all right, I got them back on the road at like 4:30 in the morning, and 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, I drove straight through all the way to 3 o'clock. And man, I tell you, man, I don't think I have ever been so tired in my whole entire life. Like, I've been out here 7 months, right? And that's never happened. Like, I've had to do direct runs, but I'm always able to get me a good 2, 3, 4 hour nap in. But not to where you didn't get no sleep. That's never happened to me. And so I wanted to tell you, man, if you're coming out here to do this, you've got to. I've continually talk about, you got to make sure you get that sleep, because you're gonna need that sleep. You're gonna need it. Like, if you like today, it's Sunday. Usually, wherever you're at, it's hard to get a load on Sunday. Usually, I mean, it's happened. But so that's why I say, like, today it's like 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I think this is Central. Yeah, Central. Is it Central? Yeah, it's 20 after 2 Central Time. No, Eastern Time. I'm sorry, Eastern Time. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Charlotte, and so, like, right now, I threw some laundry in. I then got a shower. I went and got some groceries, and I'm cooking some lunch. And as soon as I get done eating, I'm gonna lay down for a nap. Maybe 2-3 hour nap. That's all you'll need. Because you don't know if they're going to hit you. Because there's been a lot of times they hit me Sunday nights with 8, 9, 10 o'clock, with a load. And so, yeah, after I eat, I'm going to lay down. Now, if even because there's times that, for some reason, when you lay down and take a nap, that's when they call. and so like, a lot of times, I'll lay down and get a nap and they'll call. But see, I try to make sure that I slept good the night before. Like last night, I dropped that at 3 o'clock, and I went and had some dinner and hung out, and I was so tired. I went to sleep. I don't know what time it was, but I woke up at like midnight. But then I stayed up for an hour or so, and then I went back to sleep. And so I had good sleep last night. So if they hit me with one, I'm ready. I'm fueled up. If they do hit me, I would like to get my lunch in first. But that's what I'm saying. Like sleeping, man, you got to make sure you get that sleep, because this is a dangerous road out here. You know, you can't drive dangerous, you know. Now, say I was falling asleep at the wheel, yes, I'm going to pull over and I'm just going to tell, I'll just have to tell them that I'm sorry, but you have to make sure you get to sleep. You can't drive dangerous. I mean, no matter what, in this expediting industry, you're going to drive tired. I don't care who you are. I mean, unless you don't want to make no money, you know. But in order to make a good living at this, you're going to have to drive tired at some point, you know. But what I'm saying is that if you map it out and map your, try not to. I just learned this on just this last time. Like, I really should have mapped it out. I should have asked them. I should have asked dispatch, like, what times to pick up, what times to drop off, them type of things. But usually I can usually get a nap. I just take it for granted that I'm going to be able to get a nap. Well, this time it wasn't like that. And so I just want, before you take a direct load, after doing a load, make sure you can do it, without, because dispatches, once they realize that, you're having trouble getting something somewhere on a direct, dispatch sees that, man. And so you got to know that you want not just to keep yourself safe, but keep other people on the road safe, keep your company safe. If you drive for an owner like I do, keep him safe, in regards to financially, because if I fell asleep at the wheel and I hit somebody, I could kill somebody, I could, I could demolish this van in a ditch and it, be ruined. It could be, whatever. Financially, my fleet owner is going to probably spend a whole lot of money to get the van fixed. The company is going to have, they see that I got the company name on the van, so they're going to start having a bad name. So you got to start thinking, me, like I said the other day, like, I want to start doing things different. Before I wasn't really putting my thought into things. So you got to think before you react on things. You got to think of other people's feelings, not just yours. Not me. I was selfish before, and so now I'm starting to learn that I got to start thinking about other people, and so yeah, man, that's about all I got. There's probably a lot more that you can talk about when it comes to sleeping and taking a load when tired, and so I'm sure that you guys are gonna have comments of what can help me, or you could even have comments that could help someone else that's looking into this, a follower of mine that is trying to get into this business, and so fill up that comment section, guys, and let me know what you think about this. If you have any input on it, if you give me some advice, and and like I said, I'm not out here trying to teach nothing. All I'm trying to do is give you my experience, and that's been my experience, man. That's been my experience. So yeah, man, I just trying to stay healthy out here, and it's very important that you eat right. Don't eat and drink a lot of sugar. That sugar, man, is I never knew it, man, until I started coming out on this road, man. That how important not eating and drinking so much sugar could be, And so yeah, man, we're out here in North Carolina, and gonna get some lunch, and just gonna do the dang thing, man. So all right, man, I'm gonna get off here, man. God bless you guys. Until the next video, man, y'all be safe, and God bless.